Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a tips and tricks recording. I wanted to go ahead and show you how to do a couple of things. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to go to pixlr.com. I went ahead and put that link into the Google Classroom assignment. I'm going to do this very, very quickly so that you can go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and create new, full HD, create. Now in this particular case, what you're going to be doing, I'm going to go ahead and move this up here so it's out of the way. What you're going to do is you're going to go to Google. You're going to find images. I recommend making sure to put in the Word and PNG. Now, if you put PNG in here, and when you click the image, if you click it, and it gets these squares on the outside edge after you click it, now sometimes it'll do this, and this may not come out as a PNG. This one may just be an image of the PNG. So you want to make sure that when you click it, okay, it'll show you those squares. So you may not know 100%. You're just going to have to keep trying. Okay. One way to check is to do open image in a new tab. And when you open it, it should be black all the way around. So in some cases, I'm going to go ahead and click this one right here that already had the squares. I'm going to right click, open image in a new tab, and it still has it around it. So that means it's not an actual PNG image. So you want to make sure that when you open it, it opens up like this. So I'm going to go ahead and find the one that I liked. I'm going to right click, copy image, and I'm going to go ahead and go back to pixlr and just start pasting pieces for what I'd like to use. So make sure that what you're looking for, when you it may just be a white space around it, but if you click it, it has those squares, and you right click, open new tab, it'll show you which one you can use. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going. I'm going to do right click. I'm going to click it, right click, open in a new tab, and it still kept those squares, so that's not an actual PNG image, and I can't use that one. Now, you can still use it, but it is going to make it a lot difficult. I'm asking you to do PNG specifically because I want to make sure that you are capable of creating those stories. Now, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and try this one. Nope, still not good. And I'm going to keep going until I find one that's an actual PNG image that I can use. Now, obviously, if you want to use this type of image, you can still use it. You can do copy image and it'll still go over and you can still use it. But you're going to have to go ahead and use that magic wand to get rid of everything behind it. Now, once I have all of the items that I want selected, that I want in my image, I'm going to go ahead and just start moving things around and making some things bigger, making something smaller, etc., etc. Now, once you have everything that you want in your image, I'm going to go ahead and select some presents. Let's see. Nope, that's not going to work. Remember that we're telling a story. We're trying to tell a story. Okay, so make sure that you are searching for a PNG because it'll make your life a lot easier. Is it absolutely necessary? No. But I think it's just going to make it a lot easier if you don't have to worry about the background. Remember, you're trying to tell a story. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to go ahead and just start putting presents. I have the fireplace right here. So let's say you want to make this look like a room. Okay? So one thing you can do, you can select half of it. Let's say I want the tree to be in the corner. Okay? So one way to do that is to go ahead and create a new tab. And go click gradient. This is one of the tricks I'm going to show you. You want to make sure that you have a color for the wall and a color for the floor. You need two different colors. Okay? Now you can scroll down and select these, or you can change the colors right here. So let's say I want to do yellow and white. Or you can, if I don't want white, maybe I want brown for my floor. So I'm going to go ahead and click over here, move to orange, and select a brown tone for my floor, and I want the wall to be more of a minty green, let's say. There we go, that'll work. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is do very small and make sure it's behind the layer that's in the corner. So this one won't work, so I'm going to go ahead and click Control Z, move that layer back underneath, and then just move it towards the corner like so. You're just going to keep moving those angles until it is exactly lined up to to the corner where you want your corner to be. The smaller your space, the smaller the angle you need to be making. So it might take a little bit of trial and error. Keep trying until you get the exact angle that you want. Close enough. So I'm going to go ahead and move my fireplace image so that it's lined up just a little bit better with that bottom corner, just like so. So now, since I want the house to be in the corner, this section to be a corner, I want to go ahead and just flip it. I'm going to go ahead and deselect. Select this right here, select this layer, and then you can right click, duplicate layer. That's going to make a second layer that looks exactly the same, and you can adjust it to how you see fit. So I'm going to go ahead and just flip it and move it until it's lined up just like so to create that corner. Layer, merge down, and that'll connect the two together. So I'm going to go ahead and move the tree up, and then I'm just going to go ahead and move the tree a little bit closer to that corner because I want it to be up towards the corner instead of in the center of the room. Okay, so you can move this further out, you can move this closer. I'm going to go ahead and move that fireplace up towards the edge and move the tree just a little bit further down. There we go. So let's move the presents. So let's say I want to copy all of these presents. I like the presents. I want the tree to be like this. I like it. I like where it's standing. I like the size of it. Okay, so you can freeform it and make the tree wider or skinnier or taller, however you want to do. So I'm happy with the tree. I'm happy with the presents. But I want to go ahead and erase the bottom of the tree real quick, because I don't like the bottom of the tree. Boom, it's gone now. Okay, so let's say I want more presents, but I don't want to have 18 billion layers by copy and pasting. So that's where you're going to go ahead and select this button right here. This is the clone one. So you're going to want to make sure that when you have this button, when you're pressing this button, you have the source, and then you're going to go ahead and make this nice and big and make sure that it's a size that's going to cover your entire space. Okay, so if it's not big enough to cover your entire thing, it's only going to cover a portion. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's plenty big enough to cover everything you're wanting to copy. Okay, so I want to copy all of these presents. So I'm going to go ahead and click copy, and now make sure I click the source. There we go. There we go. Now I have all the source, and now I can make a monstrous pile right here behind it. Now there's 18 billion presents in this room. I don't know who this spoiled kid is, but I wish it was me. Okay. So now, going back to this one, you can go ahead and keep painting. You can do however many different times you want to do it. Now the only issue is that this does not work for the entire thing. So if I change layers, it's not going to copy onto the next layer. Okay, so that is one issue. It's only on this one layer. So what you can do is once you have the rest, let's say for example you finished it, you're happy with it, and you want to finish, you're perfectly content with it. You don't want to be messing with this anymore. Okay. And you want to go ahead and make this a new layer. You can use this lasso, select only the things that you want to copy to a new layer, Control X, Control V, and that'll allow you to be able to move it back and front. So that means that you can have a lot of things behind the tree, and then you can have just a couple presents in front of it. And that allows you to create a lot of layering. Now, all you have to accomplish for today is specifically the background of the image. You don't have to do the entire thing today, and don't forget you're going to be able to crop everything out. So if, let's say you don't want this bottom space, you can crop it out. You don't need that. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The last thing that I want to go ahead and suggest is this one button over here. Where is it? And that is this one. This one will allow you to change certain colors. So let's say I want to make this more some of these presents a little bit more yellow instead of a little bit more blue. You can go ahead and select this button, select the image, and then it will allow you to go ahead and change the layers. So you can change the saturation, the temperature, the color, and this will allow you to change the color. So this will allow you to take some of the saturation away and make it less bright. And then this paintbrush will allow you to change the color entirely if you're selecting the layer. So I'm going to go ahead and select a new layer. Select a new color. Color replace. Make sure I've selected the layer. And now all the presents in that space are going to be yellow because I'm just replacing those colors. So play around with this, have some fun with it. If you want to have a bunch of garland on the tree, if you want your tree to be a little bit more green, if you want it to be more pink, change the colors, have some fun with it, and you're just taking images you find on the internet and putting them together to make one cohesive story image. Have fun with it. Enjoy. This is just tips and tricks right now. You don't have to 100% use all of these. I just wanted you to be able to have the option.